We're 30 minutes away from closing. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon. I've been here by myself because Silhouette and Alexandro are at a company party. Anybody could really walk in right now and I don't know what to expect because then they're gonna see me talking to a camera. I wanted to do this podcast by myself today because we're nearing 40 episodes. Hello. Sorry, the door's a little hard to open.
Does this little pig dude have a name?
I don't know. I feel like that's been my, I never know if it should be like based after me or if I should give him another name.
Yeah, it feels like people when there's one kind of character that's used, it's always is it
me or is it my creation? It is me. Yeah. I just can't.
I really like that.
Thank you. He's become the mascot for my brand. I actually just explained it to a couple that came in, but if you've ever heard the saying when pigs fly, people will tell you that when they doubt you. So it kind of just became my way of proving people wrong, and now I make pigs fly all the time. So.
Oh, yeah. It's really cool. I hadn't even he's clearly on a plane and I didn't
Do you have any name suggestions? I feel so my name is Pablo, but he could be Pablo the pig. I feel he needs a more cute, a cuter name.
It's a great name. He doesn't not look like a problem. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you guys. Come back anytime. Our next event is in March, so just keep an eye out. Yeah. Ah, that's so cool though. They came specifically because Black Club Shy wrote an article about us. Maybe we should just say that we just opened up because of that article. But yeah, welcome back to the Pause Pod. It's your boy Pause Prince. Today, I'm by myself. I'm here at the shop. It's been a beautiful day. We've been slowly figuring out how we want to approach this store. I think the last time I was doing a solo podcast, it was at this sketchy studio space in Belmont Cragen. We had orange walls and it was a very small room. And this wasn't even the thought, but I remember I went out to eat brunch with Alex and Matt, and I showed them the Facebook listing. I said hey, I know we're not where we want to be in life yet, but this seems very possible. I think Alex really enjoyed that it was close to his home and in Humboldt Park where we could, it's like a hidden gem, you only know about us if you know about us. And I really have to ask myself, am I doing my community a disservice by continuing to have multiple events that are too quick to even have an awesome experience? I have so much that I want to do and so many people that I want to put on, but I need to think of myself every now and then and make sure that I'm putting out my best work. So it doesn't seem half-assed, so it doesn't seem I'm doing it to please other people. And I think that's why I start to feel lost, right? How could it be that I wanted a store for 10 plus years and now we have it, I'm in it, and I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I take control, throwing hella events, use it as a studio space, and let people shop as they wish. There's really no rush, but I need to figure out creatively and in my career what the next step is. I appreciate everybody that's gotten me up to this point, and I'm sorry if I haven't been throwing as many pop-ups or putting out beanies and t-shirts as much as I used to, but everything is happening for a reason, and I think it's to polish, as Matt would say, my craft and make sure that I'm providing the best quality work possible. Bear with me as I figure this out. I know most recently I had the calendar show, which was amazing. That was probably the most people that we've had in here. And it's such a great concept. 12 artists coming together for one cause. This one calendar it's like my version of the XXL freshman class. I really think everybody on this calendar has been killing it and has been going so crazy in their craft. I appreciate you guys trusting me with your art and putting out that body of work. That was January 1st. Literally January 1st, we had the first event of the year. We had my family from out of town come in. They got to see the store. Yeah, it was just a great experience overall. Going into February, obviously everything is Valentine's Day themed or love themed, and I'm sure I'll make some love pieces at some point. I understand. So Matt is always saying like, oh, like these holidays don't really matter. These aren't even the true holidays, which is true. Yeah. As artists, we don't need to be catering to every holiday. Like people don't need to see a Valentine's Day themed piece and then a St. Patrick's Day themed piece. And it's just like you keep up with these Hallmark holidays for what? And now your story is never being told. Your craft suffers because you were trying to hurry up to make this date. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you're able to sell more in this time frame because you have some red in there, so you have some green in there. Throw some hearts on your art. Now it's able to be sold up until the 14th of February. Come the 15th, you're left with 20 more shirts that you just have leftover inventory because you rushed on this specific product. So that's just not what I'm about right now. And I really have to vocalize it and make sure to tell people that everything that I do is intentional and I'm telling my story or telling the story of people around me. The next project that I'm working on, aside from the Pause Prints items that I've teased and are on the way, is Palpable PDF, Palpable Defense Force. This is my spring, summer collection, maybe summer, fall. I don't know. The way things are looking, I've been so hesitant to start, and it just feels like I can't catch my breath. I want to make sure that like if people walk in, I'm still attentive. I haven't been able to catch my breath and design this stuff, but I have it in my head, and I'm trying to formulate the concept. The idea is very sci-fi, but I have to make sure that it's also at the same time grounded. I want Palpable to be very aware, ideally sustainable. I mean, Aurora's been on my ass about sustainability, and I've always known like that's the route that I want to go. I just didn't think I had the money for it. But I mean, when you take your time and you really are trying to get the highest quality products, like it does go hand in hand. Like you could get the best products and have it be socially conscious as well. You just have to take the time and do your research. And I've also been hesitant on speaking about what's been happening in the world. I felt like 2020 was a big year where I was putting out, I mean, this goes back to what I was talking about. Like, do you really want to make art that's specific to the times or tell your story? But it's a mixture of both, right? You got to balance telling your story and speaking on what the environment is looking like. But we just had the LA fires. We had the ceasefire in Gaza, which was long overdue. And I know that's the minimum that they could have done. It's been crazy. And I wish I could have more time to do my research or find the resources that I need to speak on these things. I just want to make sure that everything that I say is fact-checked, or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should be able to say anything I want without needing to know the facts. But either way, free Palestine. I recently just had a homie who came from LA because the fires were so bad. He had to evacuate. It's hard to be hopeful when the world is literally burning around you. Recently, we had Meg on the podcast. Shout out Meg Stained Glass. She's been going so crazy. She's an amazing artist. And I feel like a lot of people in the comments I posted a clip that had to do with AI. and her using AI to make product pictures. And I don't think I was trying to set her up, but a lot of people took it as oh, she doesn't care about the environment. I know her well enough to know that she has no malicious intent towards anyone. So whoever is in those comments, I'm automatically on it with you. It took me a lot to not say anything. I'm trying to be an unbiased voice. I'm just providing the platform, right? But it's crazy to me how people can be so quick to hate on AI when they're literally on a phone that was created for convenience. And also these phones are made from resources from other countries that are killing people. And why take it out on another creative? Why take it out on Meg? Like, that's not her responsibility to bear. If you want to be off the grid and you don't want to use the tools that are in front of you, I'm all for it. That's beautiful. To comment on a post and like bash one of my friends, and it makes you look goofy. I'm just not for it. So I personally don't use AI. I'm not gonna lie. So if you use Photoshop, there's a generative expand or fill tool. And I guess when you use that, it's using AI to correct some of your image. And I use that quite often. But I feel like my profession as a graphic designer also impacts the environment if you're saying that there's a carbon footprint, because there's a few articles that have said that AI doesn't consume as much energy as a human would using like Adobe products or Adobe software. If you're using a computer to make anything yourself without AI, you're harming the environment more than you would have if you used AI. I don't know, don't quote me. I'll try to find the article and put it in here. People who talk shit about AI, it feels like you guys are also talking shit about graphic design and anybody who uses technology, and I'm just not for it. We can use it to our benefit and provide jobs and provide an easier lifestyle for a lot of people. The idea of Palpable was to mix tradition with modernism, and I'm sticking to it. I think there's a good balance between both, and we'll find it, and we'll teach more people about it. The store closes in 10 minutes. I gotta close up. I'm trying to go to every now and then and pick up some baby clothes for my baby. Aurora's at work right now. Last year, I got engaged, and we haven't really been too focused on the wedding, to be honest, because we've been looking for a home, or at least saving up for one. There's been so many nice places, and we've got a plan, and we've been executing it. We've been diligent, and I'm so excited to say that later this year, I will have condo, home to live in and build, and I'm so excited to get furniture for it, the paintings, and to actually be able to call a place my own and have it in my name. I can't wait. So that is the next big goal for me. You could only rent for so long, and you could only live under your parents' roof for so long before you start to feel like a burden, you know? So I appreciate them for letting us stay there, and I'm excited to make a home of my own. Oh, I want to make it clear that if you come on this podcast, this is not an interview. Like, I'm not complex. I'm not one of these blogs looking to break the internet. I want to have a conversation with you, and that goes both ways. Like, if you come on this podcast, it is now your podcast as well, and I would hope that we share the responsibility of putting people onto both of our stuff. I think a lot of people consider this a place for an interview, and I think I let it get to that point because I was so like, oh, scheduling. Let's just keep going before we identify what we are. But this is a place for a conversation, for two people, maybe four, maybe three, to talk and find out more about themselves and let the listener, the audience know more. I think in order to grow this pod, it'd be nice to have a sponsor of some sort. So if you are a company that needs some advertising, please reach out. We have a great team, and I know we can provide some quality content that's meaningful and can grow your business. Email us at popsprints.com or reach out to me on all my socials at popsprints. We're at PSA Thursday through Sunday, 12 to 5 p.m., 2515 West North Ave, Humboldt Park, Chicago. So come on by. I have a lot of new stuff that I'm making every day. My partner, Silhouette Matt, also goes insanely crazy. He's getting ready for the launch of his event in March. So help him by buying some of his stuff, buying some of my stuff, and book with Alexandro, the best photographer in Chicago, in the world. Reach out to us at psa.chicago everywhere. Thank you for listening. I am excited to keep this going and figure out more what I want to do with my life, and let's have a great weekend. Let's have some tranquility, some peace. Let's provide quality in a world where everything's so fast and it hasn't really been meaningful. Unfortunately, we live in a very racist country. I hope that changes one day. I can't even imagine the next president. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Keep making pigs fly. Thank you.